Next, we've got our speaker. Actually, I see a team of people from DTE to my right, but Mr. Bob Sikaskis, I say that right? Bob Sikaskis is here from DTE. He's a DTE energy manager, and I'm going to let you have the floor so you can tell us a little bit about smart meters. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks to the trustees and the community for being here. It'll be a little update. It's a little bit unusual in that we're giving the update prior to installation in respect to we're not planning to install in this community for quite a while. First, I do want to introduce my personnel who are here with me. First seated in the gray suit is Manager Jerry Labatt of Engineering, and John Jamerson beside him, our Manager of Installation. Behind them is Ron Chris in the red shirt for Regional Relations, and Frank, I won't pronounce your last name right, Akivetti. So, thank you. Meters in the service territory, we have about 4 million meters overall. Again, the 80-20 inside-outside. We completed Groseal, Harson's Island areas, Milford, a little bit of Detroit. Just about done the Pontiac area and just into the Southfield area right now. Areas beyond that are yet to be approved and determined, okay?
Yep.
A lot of concerns I've been hearing from citizens, and frankly, this is a concern of mine as well, as the Fourth Amendment issues regarding smart meters. I don't want the power company or the government or anybody else knowing when I flush my toilet, when I'm watching TV, when my dishwasher's running. Is this smart meter going to transmit that kind of information to your company?
No, we do not. All we know at that meter is how much power has been used at that household, that site. We don't know what you've used it on at all. So there's nothing to that recourse at all in any respect.
Bob.
Well, again, the meters only tell the amount of power being used from that particular residence or that wherever that connection is. So it's a total volume use. There is the ability later on to see it by 15-minute or 5-minute intervals, depending on your situation or your billing. But again, we only know that the power has been used. We don't know what it's been used on. That's the other one that's upstairs.
Okay, and this one says, are these mandated by a federal or state code or ordinance or anything?
Okay. As opposed to California or Texas, the Michigan area has not mandated that we install these meters. I'll tell you that right now.
So we don't have to have them?
That's the next question. Do we have to have them?
Right now, there is no opt-out program for the meters.
We don't have to have because there's a mandate, correct? Make that clear, please.
They're not mandated, correct?
Then my last question on this.
Okay.
What if I don't want the meter?
We really do not have a meter opt-out program at all at this time. The meters are the DTE Energy asset, and we are planning to replace those in this instance.
Is does the ADA, if somebody qualifies pursuant to the American Disabilities Act, will they be able to opt out if this is going to cause a problem with their ailment?
I don't know what that particular ADA ailment would be to have any effect on the meter. We have to look at those individually.
Last question is they want to know why this was necessary.
Okay, and I think you kind of answered this question earlier. I asked, what if you didn't want a meter? And I think right now, is there a charge for refusing to take a new meter?
Again, we do not have an opt-out program whatsoever right now. So I cannot even answer that question about a charge, if any, for not taking the meter, because we don't have an opt-out program today. Okay, the meters are an asset of DTE Energy. They're there for us to read your meters, and that's what our situation is right now. The state, in some cases, has mandated, in California especially, that the smart meters be installed, or in Texas be installed. There's other situations where they have looked at opt-outs, and right now we do not have an opt-out program at this time.
Enjoy watching TV? How about your TV watching you? Oh, and your dishwasher, and your stove, and your, well, you name it. It could be in the works. CIA Director David Petraeus tells the agency's nonprofit investment firm In-Q-Tel earlier this month how the Internet of PCs will move toward an Internet of Things. Petraeus projected 50 to 100 billion household fixtures will be connected by 2020. NDTV predicts this online data will be spot on, tracking home appliances as precisely as Google Maps charts locations. Petraeus also described the surveillance as transformational in tracking persons of interest in CIA investigations.